Everybody getting the storylines, and then they come out and they blow a whistle on the first play. This is about running and jumping and sweating, looking for waterfalls, trying to have the falling leaves drop on your shoulder.
I have. I've been to their AAA baseball stadium, Bill.
Did you find any waterfalls last night? I was at the campsite the whole night. It was fantastic. On behalf of Camping World and their Plating Change 3 for 3 initiative, $3,000 per May 3. $500 of those dollars go to the Maui Food Bank. And what's the running total?
Al Durham quickly inside, a little bit of an underthrow, but still an easy catch and finish for Rob.
Well, I'm a stutterer, so I have trouble with new words.
Yeah, but you've never said that stutter substantially.
You never do. Believe me. So when I get a new word, I got there. Now, the Aussie, is that the Aussie in the Sheltie right there? That one's name is Louie. And the collie is named Addie. And I'm not sure if it's there.
Watch him grow, because he certainly is not a finished product, but a really talented kid.
Something about seeing lefties shoot it. We saw Adam Miller of Illinois, a freshman, have 28 earlier as a southpaw, and now Christian Lander.
Yeah, a good man, Robbie.
Does he have teammates? Who are the other two?
He's got a couple of teammates. They've shifted a couple of times, so I don't want to get them wrong. But I'm sure Robbie, if he's watching, will let us know.
Indiana on a 15-0 run, opening this up to a 35-17 game. Jackson Davis.
Offense. As Stanford gets the putback for 2. That was the 4th foul on Zaire Williams for Stanford, Bill. I know that's not foul trouble for you, but it could change the sequence here for Jared Haas, the way he substitutes.
Zaire, has the great same story as Willie Nelson's. It's a long story. Is that the actions of one person? Please read A Generous Nature by Marcy Poole. Like in School or Cool, over the top, throw it down. Oh,
championship game to face either North Carolina or Stanford. This Texas team was really good down the stretch last year, winning 5 in a row, including a big victory at Texas Tech in late February that looked like it was going to put them in the NCAA tournament.
I'm not sure what the name of the tree is, but it looks very cool. Do we get one of those at the end to have in our house, in our living room, on the coffee table?
I think I get a trophy by the end of
our
colleague Brian McClure can tell you a lot about Baylor, former Baylor Baylor Bear. Oh, Jackson Davis wide open on the doorstep.
Coming Monday, so to get any type of experience is going to be great for these young guys. But also, Indiana was a little sloppy early on with the turnovers. We see Trace Jackson Davis get the bucket.
So I took him on this bike ride, and he told me when we got to Lorraine's that he hadn't eaten breakfast, and that's not the kind of bike ride that you don't eat breakfast. Kai Jones had a superb game today, carrying on the tradition of the Bahamas. Have you been there?
I've not, but I...
Hook call. Jerome Hunter back in the game. And he gets the touch of the post.
On that record, the Blue Ridge Rangers.
No, when I first heard it, I looked it up to make sure. By the way, we got...
Roy was, yes, he was a very nice player, yes. But it would not be right to put him in the same conversation.
Matt Coleman can shoot 10 today, 40% from 3 last year.
This is the best Texas game that I've ever called.
Of 3, is that right, or 4?
East of here.
Yes, it's in Gambler, Ohio.
What is the, we are in Asheville, right, which is in western North Carolina. What is the longest combination of directions that have ever been used in locating a place?
Like southwestern.
Chaka Smart getting the team ready. They're going to have their hands full. North Carolina's good, but Texas is more than capable of winning direction. And so you practice it. You have to be a willing passer in every aspect of the game of passing. And then you have to have guys who can catch. You have to have guys who anticipate and think. He's got other books too, right?
Into the Wild.
Yeah. Read that one too. I'm into it. Keep the ball out in front. Have somebody come off a low post screen, curl into the middle, get at the ball quickly and deliver off the glass. Dave Gavitt. And put your body in his way and make him throw you to the ground. Now, Trace is more than capable of throwing these little guards to the ground. Now we're getting some attack.
In which we booked only the worst bands in our town. And we would reserve the right to name these bands. So we had such bands as the Uncommon Cold.
Completely. Basketball's not the place to start if you're coming back from a spine injury.
I know you've been through that in a large way in your life.
Yes. Now I'm alive today in my spine. I don't rank things. There was a lot of fun there.
Tennessee with 3.
Truly classic players ever from Philadelphia came down to North Carolina, Winston-Salem State. I believe one of his nicknames was Black Jesus, but he just had made in the last 4 minutes. They only had the 2 free throws, but still able to maintain that seemingly insurmountable 5-point lead.
Second half underway. Jackson Davis right at the rim again.
Steve Kerr with the Warriors. That is for sure. With the attrition they have due to COVID-19, certainly a tough situation and a really tough place to play.
Inside, there's that right hand from Trace Jackson. Another school in Indiana.
It's an Indiana game. Victor Oladipo wore that number.
That is true as well, yeah.
Anything that's in your control causes you to fail. Failing to prepare is preparing to fail. Let's go. Game's on the line.
Indiana, and I believe it's Matt Berry, Danny Manning, and Sean Farnham for the show in between.
Oh, Bruce is not covering that? He's got plenty of more stories. Oh, my gosh. And what a brilliant storyteller. What a brilliant songwriter. With Willie Nelson and Stevie Ray Vaughan, and the Kansas Jayhawks showed up. Kansas was a great team at the time, and they were able to win that game. But I did get a very nice T-shirt out of that game. And tripped to
Camping World participating with plating change 3 for 3. Every 3 made, Camping World donates $3,000 to provide free meals to those in need. It's distributed to organizations in Maui, focusing on
UCLA. The number 1 and the number 3 championship teams by the numbers. Beautiful defensive rotation.
Now Franklin gets the mid-range bounce. 3 assists as well. Good sign.
Excuse me, redshirt sophomore.
Step back long.
Right over the top with that running left hook. A nice take.
You mentioned Tennessee Tech just playing to win the second half.
It's to say Brandon Angel's in that class as well. Michael O'Connell.
Michael O'Connell, by the way, who played at Chaminade High School. We miss our friends at Chaminade, the Silver Swords.
Lori is an exquisite speller.
Your wife.
She's basically the best at everything ever in my life. Along with the beard, he's really good. And I was trying to adjust my pH today to be more acidic.
Unionville, because you went there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So anyway,
I went to Stanford too.
Yeah, I know that. That's why I asked you if you knew it. And so that's me up there going under the. All right, thanks, guys. It's great fun.
We love you, Bruce. Say hi to Kathy, Keith, and Russell. Fantastic. Russell, now in Los Angeles as an actor, mountain climber around the...
Hunters checked in, among others, for Indiana, the sophomore out of Ohio.
You are easily satisfied.
Well, that's...
You'll get there, don't worry.
Greg Gant 3 seconds ago with a slam for Providence. 43-31 Indiana, 16 and change to go. Winner gets Texas in round 2, the semifinal round.
The level of play in the second half here is...
All Big Ten is also on several preseason All-American lists as well. Good kick out. Tennessee.
Boy, what a great ball fake.
I'll take
That's
the
the
over.
beauty of it. That's the beauty of a creative genius with the ball. When you think of a creative musician, they don't really know where they're at. Now, Wills is on the bench with fouls. They're looking back and saying, what's up with this?
I think we may be there already, by the way, at that brewery that you mentioned, Wicked Weed.
Small businesses are in real trouble out there. We don't come together and help our teammates, help our fellow citizens, our fellow human beings. Who reminds me so much of George Gervin and Jamal Wilkes. Jamal Wilkes, who actually had the nickname of Smooth as Silk. George Gervin.
No, I think that he certainly needs to be able to spread the floor, because that's where the game has gone. But I'm just saying that you're not going to do yourself...
Man, that guy, he was fantastic in Texas. But then again, with Rick Barnes, you can say that about wherever he's been.
Providence, Tennessee, etc.
10-1.
Do you accept Biltmore Bill as your nickname for the week?
I'm still trying to figure it out, Ranger. I haven't quite come up with Greg Galloway, a very promising freshman, 6'4" guy. Just, man, the guys from the Indiana Act that FDR got going there and brought all the electricity. We failed to mention, particularly since Texas is involved here, the role that a young Lyndon Baines Johnson, who was then...
I don't care who you are, where you're playing. You shoot 46% from 3. That is a high number.
Stereo, that's called the reverb. Or the echo pedal on the beam. Over the top, throw it down! Yes! And so, if you can't score, you can't win. So you got your whole mindset, thinking of the litter from the Conference of Champions when Dallas, where Kevin Stakem is the senior executive, and Josh Green and Tyler Bay.
Tennessee right to the rim.